lot of times, and I just mentioned some of the violence that's going on. And you can rightfully make the argument that in some of these communities, there's a basic breakdown. That the norms of society that maybe we all think we adhere to aren't in some of those places. And when you look at the root of it, there are issues in the family. There are issues with employment. There are issues with substance abuse. There's issues with a variety of things that combine. And you hear it all the time. Well, we need to do something. We need a program. We got to do this over here. We got to try this. Why isn't somebody doing this? Spend more money on that, right?
Yep.
Well, we want to talk to somebody that's, I would argue, maybe doing something about it. The executive director of Chicago Stories on the Block, David Gonzalez, joins us right now. David, good morning.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on.
Awesome to have you with us, and specifically awesome because I think you're doing some really, really good work. I want you to tell it in your words.
Oh, thank you so much. Chicago Stories on the Block is a citywide arts program working with around 40 young people all throughout Chicago, paid through One Summer Chicago, along with 12 other partners. I'm part of the Port Ministries. We want to celebrate the stories of these young people, capture the stories and the beauty found in their neighborhoods, but also highlight the similarities to kind of bridge the gap there. We're teaching storytelling techniques for the first month. Those stories will then go on and become murals in their neighborhoods. And then those murals will inspire original music from music programs all over. It's a citywide initiative to definitely inspire and bring out the best of our young people and make sure that they understand that they're seen, acknowledged, and, in all the negativity, that there's positivity all around us that we also need to focus on.
So, David, do you go out and find these kids, or are there just so many kids wanting to do something like this?
I'm a part of the Chicago Peace Fellows, and that's a part of an organization that's been together. I mean, I did my fellowship with around 20 other organizations, and about 12 of us got together and how can we highlight what our organizations are already doing, collaborate in a way where we can put a big hug all over the young people. So we started networking and seeing how many young people we had. Projects like Girls Like Me Project, the Story Catchers Theater, Firehouse, ABJ Community Center, Love Institute, One for One Chicago are all working with young people. And we just decided to get together and make one big project to make sure that the young people have this network all around the city of organizations that care about their well-being, but also will provide these services.
You know what, David, and again, David Gonzalez is the executive director for Chicago Stories on the Block. I think I really like this because it's part of your logo. Disrupting the cycle of violence. Have you heard that comment before? So take that, and they've crossed out the word disrupting and changed it with supporting, and cross out violence and put the word creativity. So they're supporting the cycle of creativity.
Nice.
Because I think there is a notion, maybe there is a widely held belief that if you come from a certain area, you don't have these skills. You don't have an artistic vein. You aren't a brilliant painter, tattoo artist, sculptor, whatever it might be. And your program is showing that art, if you will, can show itself anywhere. And brilliant artists come from all walks of life.
Absolutely. Our young people just need to be acknowledged and told that they can have permission to be amazing. And that's coming from us. We talk about violence. It's easy to talk about violence. We talk about putting down the guns. That is easy. But what we need to start focusing on is what to pick up.
Right.
What we really need to pick up is giving these young people permission to understand that they are valuable and that we need to focus on letting them be creative beings no matter what that is.
And so the first part is like the writing part you were saying, and then it's going to go on to painting and then music. I mean, so are these all steps in your program, this 12-week program, or is this just going to continue on into next year?
We would love to make it an ongoing thing where the cycle keeps repeating itself. And these murals, they turn into music, and then that music will have a QR code to a website that was put on those murals where the young people can listen to the stories while they see the mural, and they can listen to the music where they're at the mural, and then start to see if that cycle can trend, to see if we could start thinking about a creative solution to just empower as much as possible, but highlight the similarities of our communities. We're not too different. You know,
Yeah.
when I'm hearing these young people talk about their stories, there are similarities in their stories about their families, about the food around their communities, about the beauty, and they're making connections, and the aha moments are right there in front of us, and I love it.
It sounds tremendous. Best of luck. How can people help and support this mission?
Oh, thanks for asking. We definitely need help. One Summer Chicago ends mid-August, and this is going on to September. So we definitely need donations to get us to the end of September and get these young people in our workshops. You could always reach out at theportministries.org. You could always give and support us by going to theportministries.org/support. And you can always find us on Instagram at Port Ministries.
Wow.
From there, you'll get all the information you need about Chicago Stories in the Block. We'll update regularly. We want everyone to see this amazingness. We want them to be a part of it and join in the fun. So thank you so much for asking.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and,
Yeah, good luck.
and appreciate
Great
people that are
program.
doing positive things in our community. David, you have a great day.
Thank you so much for having me on, guys.
He's David Gonzalez, the executive director, Chicago Stories on the Block. What a creative thing.
Oh my God, how cool would it be able to go up to a mural in a neighborhood
and there's a little QR code on
QR
it.
code, and you can see what the mural's about.
Learn
hear
everything
music.
about it.
It's like an outside museum in every neighborhood.
Well, we do have some amazing murals around here.
There are,
oh
yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Chicago's the city of murals.
and the concept of getting these young people, you know, it may sound trite, but I thought he said something that was really important. Put down the gun, great. But what are you going to pick up?
Yeah.
What are you going to replace it with?
paintbrush.
You know,
A guitar.
or exactly.
Everyone's creative, right? Every person is creative.
Everybody, and it shows itself in different ways.
Right.
And if you are not nurturing that and supporting that in communities, you can't be surprised at some of the negative outcomes. If you're not letting them soar with their strengths, if you're not supporting them to do these things, well, that cycle just continues. So outstanding work that they're doing there at the Port Ministries, and we wish them the best of luck.